This is to catch the compressor, and that should have done a fine job. Okay. So, greetings, dear viewers. I just woke up. So if I sound like I just woke up, it's because I just woke up. Actually, I woke up like 3 hours ago. Why am I still like this? Or 1 hour ago, or 2 hours ago. I woke up. League of Legends preseason has hit, and I did not think I was going to be interested in this because League of Legends hasn't been a thing that we've been doing for a while over here. But we recently jumped back in because preseason hit. And, preseason always brings along some kind of fun new stuff, changes up the game every single year around this time. League of Legends preseason hits, and Riot likes to shake things up when this comes around. And whether or not I like this so far, well, I'll say yes, I like this. I've basically liked every preseason that they come out with because it always breathes new life into the game. And that's one great thing about League of Legends. So I do like this. But there are definitely some things that need rebalancing. Some champions are way out of whack. I had a Mordekaiser that got like 38 kills or something like that. And I'm sorry if you just heard my Steam go off. It just went off, but I'm recording through the microphone. You don't need to know any of this stuff. You may have heard it. I don't know. But that was my Steam if you heard it, not yours. Anyway, and you might hear more unless I click this window over here. Wow, this video feels like it's all over the place. But yeah, there's definitely something, like Mordekaiser went like 38 kills in one game that I was in, and I was on the team that was on the receiving end of that. So that was, fun. And it really was, in a way. He was like a super good sport about it. Like, he was playing Mordekaiser because he found a build in-game. I'm not going to say what it is, but he found a build, a set of runes or whatever, and gear of the new items that makes Mordekaiser unfreaking stoppable. If you do it right, obviously. It's not something that's a given. A totally bad player couldn't do what this guy did. But, yeah, if you do it right, it makes Mordekaiser fucking incredible. Or it could just be that the team I had wasn't that great. I don't know. And that's the issue. And it's not really an issue. It's not a problem. Things are way out of whack right now. It feels like the game is simultaneously assassin meta and tank meta right now, because all the gear is stupidly overpowered, which I think personally is good, because if everything is overpowered, then nothing is. So it's a lot of fun right now. Logging into League. Oh my goodness, right now logging into League of Legends is like a dice roll. It's like you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, and you're rolling D20, boom, and whether or not you win, it depends on whether or not you landed on. It's so random right now that it's like, if you landed on an even number, your team wins. If you land on an odd number, your team loses. If you landed on a decimal point on this 20-sided die, then you did fantastic, but you still lost. If you landed on a negative number on this 20-sided die, then you did fantastic and somehow still lost. So two of the outcomes are the same. So it does, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying. Shit's really random in the game right now because the items are so imbalanced. Everything seems so improperly imbalanced. It almost, oh my god, I had that window targeted and it's still making sounds. How do I do this? My friend just told me he got a bee, and he sent me a picture of a plushy bee. Oh, okay, he didn't buy it for himself. It's a gift. I see. Okay. Oh, no, he bought it as a... Okay, you know what? You don't need to know. It's a gift for someone else. Anyway, you guys didn't need to know that. Oh, goodness. I have no idea what footage you guys are seeing in the background of this. I don't know how long I'm supposed to make this video. But anyway, the point being, God, are you even enjoying this? This video is not to the point at all. It's not a great video. I'm a terrible, terrible YouTuber. Anyway, items are way out of whack right now as far as balance is concerned. It almost feels like the players don't determine who wins the match right now because the numbers are all off. And yeah, if you look at some other, I haven't looked into this myself, but others were saying that like Azir's got like a 60% win rate right now. You know what? Before I mention that, let's just go ahead and look it up right now. Let's look it up right now. Let's see. Let's see. Do you really have a 60% win rate right now, Azir? What is your win rate. No, Azir is currently sitting at a 46% win rate. Fuck it. You see, that's what I'm talking about right there. That is ludicrous. Nobody knows. Nobody knows anything about what's going on in this preseason. And like I said, that's good. That's fine. It's preseason. These aren't complaints. These are just my thoughts. And my thoughts are, these aren't bad things. It's fun to log in right now and know that everything's crazy. They eventually will need to balance it because League of Legends is a competitive game, of course. And people will eventually figure out a new meta with these new items and the new gameplay and everything that's in the game now. All the changes in preseason and the new jungle item. The new jungle item is really fun. I love the new jungle item. The new jungle item is awesome because you get that thing, you smite 5 monsters, and then the jungle item goes away. You get your smite, so you've got your jungle benefit. And now you have a new open slot. You no longer have a jungle item slot after you've smited monsters 5 times, which is really, really, really cool because it gives you so much more build freedom. There's a lot of cool new changes, and I don't even know what they all are, but that's just some of the stuff I've experienced so far. I haven't read the patch notes or anything either. I'm just giving you my first impressions as somebody who has taken a very long break from League. Well, I don't want to say very long break, but I haven't done a whole lot of it this past year. But we have played periodically throughout the year. But anyway, coming to League now, as someone who is not familiar with the new champions, as someone who is familiar with League, but these new changes and all the new stuff that's happened in recent months, it's a really cool experience. I'm having a lot of fun with it at this particular point, but they do need to eventually balance the game because it is a competitive game. And that's what the preseason is for, right? Preseason is great. And I love the new shop. I didn't like the new shop at first, but I love the new shop. The new shop is super cool because you don't even need to read what the items do anymore. You do to a degree, right? You do need to read what the items do to a degree, right? But even a completely brand new player can jump in now and click the recommended tab. And I basically recommend everybody click the recommended tab because the shop will show you what items you should be buying. It always shows you 3 items that you could buy or that you should be working toward, and it tells you what those items are good at and who they're good against on the enemy team. And the shop takes into account your stats, the enemy stats, and the state of the game, at least Riot says it does, when making these recommendations to you. So the recommended tab always presents you with 3 good choices, and depending on what your playstyle or strategy is, you get to choose which of these 3 you want to go for. And it tells you, like, this one's great for tanking, this one's great for anti-tanks, this one's great for surviving burst, this item is great for mobility. It tells you all these things, so you get to pick, right? And I think that's extremely intuitive. I think that's super cool. At first, the shop does seem like information overload, but I feel like I was incorrect on that one. All you got to do is take a second to kind of look at it, and then it's like, oh, there it goes. And whenever I made a tweet about it being information overload, I had said that looking at the all items tab, because experienced players tend to look at all the items and make their builds that way. But when everything is changed, go to recommended like it has right now, and I think that's best for basically everybody right now. Maybe not everybody, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I like the new shop. It's super cool. And obviously, you do have to read some of the items somewhat. I said you don't really have to read the items anymore, which is true for the most part. But some items obviously have actives. And those items have cool, neat little borders now around them in your inventory. So if you buy an item and it has one of those borders, you're like, oh, I should hover over this one and read how to use the active. But for the most part, you don't have to read the items because the recommended in the shop tells you what items you can be working towards, and you get to choose which one you should pick, so it's great. You can customize your playstyle, and it really makes the champions feel less like they're all pigeonholed into a specific certain kind of build, and it makes it feel like you're making your build as the game plays out, and that is fun because it makes me feel like my Pantheon will be played differently from someone else's Pantheon, and that's how it should feel. It's really cool. Anyway, these are just my initial thoughts of the preseason, so I just wanted to share that with you folks. All right. So that's going to do it for this video. Hope you folks enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you folks next time.